Buenos dias, clase, o buenas tardes. Not sure when you're going to be seeing this. Welcome to Term 3. I'm happy to welcome back some of my Spanish 2s that are now going into Spanish 3. And I'm also welcoming many new students and families that are entering my Spanish 2 class and my Spanish 3 class. Just a quick note, I do a game plan on Sundays with the help of my son. We get these recorded and we get these emailed out to you with the email address you have linked to the Neo account. And I also place a copy of it on the welcome page of Neo. So should you ever want to access this or subscribe to me on YouTube and you'll be able to access the video as well at any time. All right, here we go. So it is the week of January 18th. I can't believe it. So we didn't have school on Monday, a nice break for all of us before we dive into our next learning adventure. On Tuesday, Spanish 2, I'm going to give you a brief introduction to what the expectations are for class. Also, I'm going to give you a more intensive website tour and be able to answer your questions and hopefully direct you to where some resources are to help you be successful. I'd also like to tell you some of the final project expectations. We can have a conversation about that. The rubric for it is already on the website, so I will be able to show you where that is as well as share some samples. It's always good to take a look at some samples that students have turned in. I've got roughly 8 students that were very gracious who have allowed me to use their projects as samples going forward. On Wednesday, we're going to do a basic grammar review. I myself, as your teacher, am going to try and get a feel for where the class is. Not really sure how many gaps I'm going to need to try and close. I'm aware that Spanish 1 in some instances is only songs, fun and games, and doesn't really get down to business with teaching personal pronouns, what it even means to conjugate a verb, what's an infinitive, and basics like that. So I need to know where the class is. So that's why Thursday, big question mark. Not sure, where we're going to need to go. On Friday, we're going to begin with repaso A. So that's just the vocabulary for the very first review section in Spanish 2 that I will show you on the website tour if you hang out with me here, that we'll be able to see. Bueno, Español 3, qué bueno. Lunes no había escuela, ojalá que pudieron descansar. Martes vamos a hacer lo mismo que va a ser Español 2. Miércoles voy a comenzar el repaso sobre los diferentes verbos para acordarnos que aprendimos en el segundo nivel. Jueves voy a ver qué es que tenemos que revisar antes de continuar. Y el viernes vamos a continuar con el vocabulario. Debe de ser vocabulario que ya han visto en el segundo año. Nomás lo vamos a revisar y vamos a poder practicar un poquito más. Please stay for the website tour. Otherwise, if you're a previous student and you're returning, no need to stay for the website tour unless you want to see changes that are there. So I will go ahead and say adios to those that aren't going to be sticking around for the website tour. And I look forward to seeing my new students in class. Adios. Hola, and welcome to the Clyne Spanish website. Hopefully I can show you where there are tools and resources that are ready to support you on your learning adventure. I have workbooks with answer keys. I have links, and many thanks to the many teachers that have contributed to this site to make it a strong support resource for many. Also, depending on what level you're in or even beyond, I have students that are in college that are returning and using my website in order to help refresh them with the material. So that's a good thing. So know that it's available for all levels, whether you're in my class or not. Alrighty, here we go. So here is where you would begin on my website. And note that my email address is available for you to be able to reach me right away, nice and easy with questions. I will have our current schedules available for you here as well, and the hybrid schedule so you can look ahead. On my second tab from the home page is where you're going to find my support videos. They're a little cheesy, so I apologize in advance, but they help you go back and review the material from class. I have it broken down by Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and Spanish 3. So the basics that you should have learned in Spanish 1 are covered here. Our personal pronouns, the verb ser and estar, what it means to even conjugate a verb, and the present tense. Spanish 2 is a much more grammar intensive year. So therefore, there are multiple more support videos that are made for you in order to help you go back and review, as well as be able to maybe catch up a little bit on your notes if you weren't clear about something. These videos are here for you. Spanish 3 really is building off of the material from Spanish 2. So therefore, there's a review portion to Spanish 3 as we then continue on with more writing and reading and speaking. So Spanish 2, again, is our more grammar intensive year. So hopefully you can tap into some of these resources here for you. I also want to draw your attention to the bottom of this page here on class assignments. This is just supplementary material, and what it involves is telenovelas. The BBC has made a telenovela called Mi Vida Loca, which is interactive. I am aware that they have archived it at this point. I believe it is only accessible through Safari, or you can also find it on YouTube. Telenovela Extra. Those are level 1 videos. Go very, very slowly with a good mixture of Spanish and English blended in there to help those that are just getting their feet wet and learning the language. Silvana Sin Lana. Those are definitely Spanish 3 level and beyond. So those are having an expectation of fluency, and the producers of this series did an excellent job keeping the vocabulary really close to what you would experience in a level 3 curriculum. We're going to take a look now at the class assignments tab. On the class assignments tab, which is the third tab over from the home page, the landing page, once again, I'm giving you my email address in case any questions should happen to come up. I also give you quick links so you can jump to the appropriate level if you would like to look at support material. I provide some helpful websites here for those of you that are looking to do your video projects. There are many websites available and links that are free. So therefore, if iMovie isn't something you're comfortable using or something you already have on your district iPad, by all means, check out these other websites and see if those help you out with your projects. Scrolling down, once again, Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and Spanish 3. I'm going to talk briefly now about the Quizlets. I've created a Quizlet for all levels. What those are for parents who maybe are not familiar with that, maybe your student has not shared that with you. Those are flashcards that are available that also do games. I'm going to show you a Quizlet demo once I have completed walking you through the different elements of the website. This is where students are going to find their classwork assignments is in this tab, class assignments. It will also be linked to Neo. we will be doing a basic grammar review, and then we will be diving into review material. Notice that I have broken down the review material into smaller increments in order to help us just quickly refresh ourselves on what we learned the previous year so that we can quickly get to the real stuff we need to get to for the appropriate level. Again, all your packets, I created these packets for our online learning last July, knowing that there was a good chance we were going to be remote in the fall. Well, here we are, we're still remote. So hopefully you can make use of these packets. As you scroll down, you're going to see there's information here regarding a final project. This, in our remote learning, hybrid learning environment, is what I am using in place of a final exam. So please, if you would like to take a look, I will be linking the new rubric to this location so that you can see what the project entails in advance. So therefore, if you and your child would like to get working on it early and get it off their plate, fabulous. All right. The project will be due on the last day of school, June 3rd. And I will say there were a good number of students in terms 1 and 2 who really worked hard and got their projects done early. And it really made the last week of final exams a much more gentle week. All right, now I'm going to shift to the Spanish 2 specific page. On the Spanish 2 specific page, it gives you a brief introduction of what to expect in class. It also gives you a link to all the vocabulary for the year. I have review PowerPoints in here, my notes and handouts, a practice workbook, and again, a basic grammar review handout to help you out in case you've forgotten some of your material. Section 1, where we will be beginning this week and beyond, is your present tense review. Section 2 will be going to reflexive verbs, talking a little bit about commands. Section 3, demonstrative, saber en conocer, comparison. So you can see there's a lot packed into Spanish 2. Again, it is the most grammar intensive year of Spanish. The next tab over takes you to Spanish 3. On my Spanish 3 page, you will see there's just not as much packed in here as there was for Spanish 2. You are building on the concepts you have already learned and reviewed in Spanish 2. What we do cover in Spanish 3 in great length is the present subjunctive, and then we do shift towards the end towards the imperfect subjunctive. So very important, and if we have time, I hope to get to at least a condensed version of Don Quixote. All right, as I promised, I wanted to show you the Quizlet. This is really important for parents to see and students to see because there's a lot of support in this class. You just need to know where to look. So let's return back to the home page. On my home page, we've already been here, but I just wanted to show you. If you get past our hybrid schedule, you're going to find my Quizlet classroom links. These will also be available on the NEO homepage. There's also this wonderful workbook that Teachers Discovery has given me to be able to put on my website that has practice exercises and answer keys. This is a wonderful resource. And again, a big shout out and thank you to Teachers Discovery for that gift to be able to put it on my website. All right, for Spanish 2, let's do a quick link over there and I can show you what's available on that page. Again, very important for parents to see the resources. Welcome to my Spanish 2 Quizlet page. So as you can see, you have adjectives, you have the chapter vocabulary, past participles, the imperfect tense, conditional tense, You have all kinds of goodies in here. The preterite tense, the present perfect, informal commands, and really, really important are these top verbs to know. There are 106 terms here. I would start here. This would be a great thing to really master, because if you don't know the verbs and you don't know the basic vocabulary, it's going to be a huge hurdle to overcome as you're trying to put your words together and communicate. So I am giving a strong recommend. Go to the top verbs to know. There are 106 of them. Start scrolling through them. Start practicing them. It's going to make your life a lot easier going forward using writing templates and reading. You'll know what's going on a lot better. Alrighty. So this is our Spanish 2. You can also request to become a member of my Quizlet page. And then when I upload more things to the page, you will be informed right away. And it will also help keep track of your progress. There are games that students can do on the Quizlet, flashcards. So it's a very helpful site. I also have it for Spanish 3. Welcome to my Spanish 3 Quizlet page. Also, you can get that link off the homepage of the website. So once again, basic adjectives, pretty much everything you saw for Spanish 2, only the vocabulary is correlating to the chapter vocabulary for Spanish 3. You also have some questions in here if you would like to play with the Spanish Extra episodes. This is checking your comprehension if you would like to do that. We have the imperfect subjunctive, the subjunctive, so more our higher level material is here. I would suggest, once again, becoming a member of this page. Just because you're in Spanish 3 doesn't mean you can't become a member of my Spanish 2 page or my Spanish 1 page so that you have access to all the different levels of support material. Same for Spanish 2. If you feel you need a little bit more review of your Spanish 1 material, become a member of my Spanish 1 page. Then you'll have access to, again, all of that Spanish 1 material so you can do a refresher and hopefully get yourself stronger to do better in Spanish 2. I know this was a long tour, but I hope it helped answer some of your questions and maybe address some concerns. There's a lot of support for this class. I do make myself available at the end of the last 5 minutes of every class if a student would like to stay and therefore get something clarified. That is every single class period. I have made a commitment to that to make sure students have that window of opportunity to get clarification with me. So, adios. I hope your family is healthy and safe, and I look forward to seeing the students in class on Zoom. Adios.